Dear students, our today's title is to expose you all to the onshore and offshore distribution of petroliferous basins in India. Proven petroliferous sedimentary basins with commercial production include the Mumbai offshore, Cambay, Assam Arakan, Kaveri, Krishna Godavari and Tripura Kachhar basins. The geoscientific studies in the petroliferous basins of India are summarized in today's lecture and takes into account the interpretations based on real data, the seismic and other geophysical information, multi-microfossil biostratigraphy, sedimentology and geochemistry. In this lecture, we will deal with East Coast basins, Kaveri, Krishna Godavari; Northeast basins, Assam and Assam Arakan basin; Central Indian basins, Ganga and Purnia basins. Krishna Godavari basin. Geological setting. Krishna Godavari basin encompasses an area of about 15,000 square kilometer of on-land and the east coast of India. West and northwestern limits are demarcated by Archean outcrops. To the east, it exerted offshore into shelf. To the north, it is delimited by Pithapuram cross trend. The southern limit of the basin is demarcated by Pennar and Krishna ridge faults. The basin is divided into 6 sub-basins by ridges, faults and Archean outcrops. Mandapeta sub-basin, West Godavari sub-basin, East Godavari sub-basin, Krishna sub-basin, Nizamapatam sub-basin. Stratigraphy. First, pre-Cambrian metamorphic complex. Second, lower Gondwana group, Premium Triassic. Third, Nizamapatam group, Jurassic to early Cretaceous. Fourth, Gudivada group, early to late Cretaceous. Fifth, Vashishta group, Paleocene to early Miocene. Sixth, Gauthami group, Oligocene to Paleocene. Seventh, Andhra alluvium, Quaternary. Hydrocarbon habitat in Krishna Godavari basin. Qualitatively, the Paleocene, Eocene shale and possibly the Eocene limestone can considered good source rocks for the generation of oil. The deltic sediments themselves could generate a hydrocarbon in still deeper parts of the basin where they were likely to have reached thermal maturity. The Cretaceous section in a large part of the basin can be considered to have given rise to gaseous hydrocarbon from its predominant humic organic content. Cretaceous clastics, platform faces and late tertiary clastics serve as reservoir rocks. The offshore producing field Rawa consists of thin and thick layers of sandstone alternating with a thick clay section. Kaveri Basin. The Kaveri Basin, situated 160 kilometers to 460 kilometers south of Madras city, encompasses an area of 25,000 square kilometer, falls in Indian territorial waters. The basin is limited with west and northwest by the basin margin fault and basement outcrops. In the east, it is limited by the Sri Lankan Massif and the basin margin fault with southern part, while the basin extends offshore on the shelf with northern part. Towards south, the basin extends up to the Gulf of Mannar. The basin is subdivided into 6 sub-basins. First, Ariyalur Pondicherry sub-basin. Second, Tranquebar sub-basin. Third, Tanjavur sub-basin. Fourth, Nagapattinam sub-basin. Fifth, Ramad Palk Bay sub-basin. Sixth, Mannar sub-basin. Stratigraphy. Pre-Cambrian metamorphic complex. Upper Gondwana group. Uttatur group, early Cretaceous. Ariyalur group, late Cretaceous. Nagaur group, Paleocene to Eocene. Narimanam group, Oligocene to recent. Hydrocarbon habitat in Kaveri Basin. The potential source beds in the Cretaceous section must have generated hydrocarbons. Moderately lean, gas prone, thermally immature source rocks are also present. Clastic reservoir rocks are generally developed along the western margin of the Kaveri Basin and along the flanks of the substance ridges. Good development of suitable traps are expected in the basin due to basement drape, tilting and faulting growth faults and diaprism in deltaic sequence, up dip seals of porous clastics and carbonates, and on lap by major shales over sloping basement. Assam Arakan Basin. Geological setting. It includes Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura. The eastern limit is defined by Patkai Bareli and associate ranges forming the Naga Hills, and to the north Himalayas culminating in Narmacha Barwa. The principal oil fields of oil and ONGC to the southwest lie in the Mekir Hills, which are probably the northeastern prolongation of the Indian Shield. The Assam shelf has an extent of 40,000 square kilometer and includes the Shillong Plateau, the Garo Khazi, Jaintia, Mekir Hills and the Upper Assam Valley. The southern edge of the platform is demarcated by the mobile belt of the Assam Arakan geosyncline with very thick molasse and fly ash sediments of Cretaceous and Tertiary age. The shelf sediments of the same age also observed in outcrop in Mekir Hills and Shillong Plateau. The geosynclinal sediments are exposed in south of Naga Thrust. The Dauki fault separates the sediments of Bengal Basin from exposed shelf sediments, leaving platform closed by the convergence of Himalayas and Naga Hills in the northeast in the area of Mishimi Hills of Arunachal Pradesh. Geological evolution of Upper Assam shelf. Pre-tertiary. It comprises of pre-Cambrian quartz and other metamorphic rocks. It also consists of some lava flows of Jurassic age and lower Gondwana beds in eastern Himalayas. Tertiary sediments. It consists of shell faces and geosynclical faces. The shell faces is found in the Shillong Plateau and the Mikir Hills, whereas geosynclinal faces are found in Naga Hills. Both of faces are separated by Schuppen Belt. Paleocene Eocene deposition. The development of this basin started with the deposition of basal sandstones and Sylhet limestones. In Paleocene Eocene time, the deposition was lagoonal to shallow marine. The development of this basin started with the deposition of basal sandstones and Sylhet limestones in the Paleocene Eocene time. The deposition was lagoonal to shallow marine. Eocene Oligocene deposition. Copili and Barail formations were deposited during this age. The shelf was unstable. Sedimentation kept pace with subsidence intermittent period of a slight emergency of the basin during this period. Melio-Paleocene deposition. Miocene sediments are represented by Surma and Tipam groups of sediments. Surma is identified by interbedded sandstone and shales and change in heavy mineral. Tipam group is further subdivided into 4 formations: Geleki sandstone, Lakwa sandstone, Girujan sandstone and Nazaria sandstone. The Tipam sediments of Myo-Paleocene age were deposited disconformably over partially eroded Barail surface with an overlap towards northwest. Tipam sediments were deposited mainly in fresh water environment, but influence of some backwater was also observed. All oil producing sands of Digboi oil field lie in this group and in underlying surmas. In the Myo-Paleocene and later orogenic phases, the northern rim and part of the eastern rim of the Assam-Arakan basin were raised and driven forward in a series of overthrust masses towards and over a comparatively stable spur forming part of the Indian Shield. During this period, some of the criss-cross basement controlled faults got reactivated and resulted in formation of structures like Gelki, Lakwa, etc. The tectonic movements during this period also resulted in the initial formation of the Brahmaputra arch and the 4 deep in front of the rising Himalayas. During the Paleo-Pleistocene time, Assam platform formed part of the frontal deep of the Himalayas and was consequently depressed northwards. It accommodates a huge thickness of molasses derived from the rising Himalayas. During the same time, intense orogenic activity was observed in the Naga mobile belt. Habitat of oil in Upper Assam shelf. The habitat of oil mainly depends on basinal configuration and stratigraphic occurrence. As per recent studies, it is found that toward the shelf geosynclinal margin, Tipam oil and gas accumulation increases in frequency and volume. Lakwa, Geliki, Jorajan, the Lakwa and Geliki have oil accumulated both in Barail and Tipam reservoirs. The argillaceous beds of lower tertiary age are the main source rocks for hydrocarbon generation in this field. Ganga and Purnia basins. The basin extends from Delhi Kalka Ridge in the west to the Monghar Saharsa Ridge in east. The basin evolved through multi-phase geological history initiated with deposition of Mesoproterozoic and late Neoproterozoic sediments, followed by deposition of shallow marine sediments in Ediacaran, early Devonian to passive margin sedimentation during late Eocene, Oligocene, and finally to the foreland basin deposition since middle Miocene. The Bundelkhand massive, that is granite, constitutes the basement for sedimentation in Ganga basin. No commercial hydrocarbon has been discovered in Ganga basin so far, even though hydrocarbon shows have been encountered in few of the wells. Potential structural and stratigraphic traps are well developed and good quality. Highly fractured reservoirs have also been identified. The extent and burial history of potential source rocks remain unclear. The Ediacaran lower Ordovician sequence has good TOC with thin organic rich beds with good to fair hydrocarbon generation potential. Purnia basin. The Purnia basin is located in eastern part of Bihar and North Bengal and bordered in south by hills of Raj Mahal volcanics and to the north by the Sivaliks along sub-Himalayan foothills. The southern limit of the basin, covering approximately 18,000 square kilometer, remains undefined in view of its possible continuity with Bengal basin. The sedimentary package in the basin comprising Gondwana and Cenozoic sediments directly overlies the crystalline basement. The basin located between northwest Ganga basin and southeastern Bengal basin shares its geological history with both. The geological history of the basin initiated with early Permian Gondwana fragmentation. The absence of basaltic magmatism suggests that the depression had not yet progressed to the stage of rifting. Based on all available evidences, Purnia basin is inferred to be a polyhistry basin, an initial rift setting followed by a drift setting culminating a foreland setting. Dear students, today we have studied in our lecture that India contains a multitude of proven and prospective petroliferous sedimentary basins onshore to deep water. Sedimentary basins with known occurrences of hydrocarbons but lacking commercial production include Andaman Nicobar, Bengal, Mahanadi, Himalayan foothills and Rajasthan basins. Basins which on general geological grounds appear fairly prospective, but where significant amounts of hydrocarbons have not yet been found, the Kutch Saurashtra and Kerala Konkan basins. Lastly, basins like Arunachal foothills, Deccan synclines, Ganga Valley, Kareva, that is Kashmir Valley, Mizoram, Manipur and Narmada basins could still be considered in the initial phase of exploration. Focus should be on oil security through intensification of exploration efforts and achievement of 100% coverage of unexplored basins in a time bound manner to enhance domestic availability of oil and gas. Thank you.